Okay, this video is the third and final video of a three-part series. It's one of our first recordings. I'm joined again by Addie, Kate, and Sarah, who we talk about banking, fintech, and credit card fees. We watch interesting Senate video with Visa and MasterCard having to defend their position in the market and talk a little bit about what senators kind of have wrong about the position of Visa and MasterCard and what they really make money off of and what they really control. Then we kind of go off into consumer inequities and also some conspiracy theories about who's really running the world. It's actually a really, really funny and good video. You're really going to enjoy it. Again, this is the third of three. So if you haven't watched the other two, I suggest you go back and watch those first and then watch this one, or at least listen to it if you're on podcast. Enjoy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just on that point about Visa.
Senator Hawley from Missouri, the great state of Missouri.
We don't talk about Missouri here.
Never even been there, so how is it great?
I lived there.
Oh,
I did live there.
you sound biased.
Yeah, I have family in Missouri.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm. I almost moved there.
Isaac's from Missouri.
Anyways.
Poor Isaac.
Yeah, poor Isaac.
Okay, all right. Let's
MasterCard being successful
Go
businesses.
down
I
another
think you
rabbit
figured
hole.
it
Let's
out,
hurry up.
haven't you? I mean, what's your profit margin, Ms. Kirkpatrick?
Oh, no wonder he
Circa
wanted to watch
50%?
him.
Mr.
I'm
Sheedy?
sorry.
Slightly higher.
No, he's
Higher than 50%
He's attractive.
profit margin?
You think he's attractive?
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah,
50% profit margin. I mean, that's absolutely unbelievable. What's the answer to the Walmart question, by the way, that Senator Welch posed to you? What's Walmart's interchange fee that you negotiate with them?
I don't have it with me today.
You don't have any idea whatsoever? Is it higher or lower than 2.5%?
Walmart negotiates their rates based on the business that they do with us.
Meaning they're big, they're really big, they're gigantic, so they get a better deal than Mr. Callahan or most small businesses in Missouri. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, Senator, we have volume discounts that we offer to some merchants. I suspect Walmart is one of them. And, you know, I don't believe that it's commercially unreasonable to get an arrangement where in exchange for more volume, a merchant can qualify for lower rates.
Well, I'm sure it's not commercially unreasonable for Walmart, or certainly it's in their financial interest and in yours, but I doubt it's in Mr. Callahan's financial interest. And my question to you, Mr. Callahan, is when you've got Walmart and other major competitors getting charged much less than you are, why in the world would you stick with these guys? I mean, why is it that small businesses continue to use Visa and MasterCard when you're getting charged so much more?
It's in my opinion, it's a matter of convenience for the customer, and customers matter to our business.
Maybe is it because that Visa and MasterCard are effectively monopolies? They control 80% of the market?
Certainly part of the
80% of the market? I'm just having a hard time understanding, Mr. Sheedy and Ms. Kirkpatrick, you have a business model, you're making over 50% profit margin. You are able to give the shaft to small businesses. Estimated cost to Missouri businesses from these fees is $1.5 billion. That's with a B, billion dollars a year. Why aren't all of these businesses running away from this model? Because they don't have a choice, because you control so much of the market. This is classic monopolistic behavior, and yet your testimony here today is you don't want any competition. You have 80% of the market, but you don't want any more competition. I'm having a hard time finding that position defensible, let alone sympathetic. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of money that you're making. It's unbelievable what you're charging small businesses and consumers, and yet your testimony is, please, we can't possibly have any competition. I mean, let's talk about what you're doing to consumers who hold your cards. Last year, as I understand it, there were 726 million Visa and MasterCard credit cards issued in the United States. That's about 2 for every 1 person in the United States of America. Do either of you know how much debt is owed on your networks, Ms. Kirkpatrick?
We're not the bank, so we don't have visibility into that information. We also don't
idea.
generate revenue from interchange.
Oh, okay.
So just real quick, Visa and MasterCard credit cards, they don't own the banks issue those cards. They take on the credit. They approve the credit. They take on the debt. Visa and MasterCard, you don't owe, like when you owe money on a credit card, you don't owe it to Visa and MasterCard. They're just the network that processes those transactions. And the other thing that he brought up about why don't you stop taking them? So a business could take a check or cash if they wanted to, but cash is dangerous to hold, right? People can steal it. Employees can steal it. You can get robbed. And checks bounce and you don't have recourse. But a credit card or a debit card, when it's swiped and it's authorized, the merchant's, it's guaranteed. So the trade-off for that 3% that they have to pay is that they don't have to carry cash. They don't have to take checks that can bounce. Like, it's a better situation for them. But what he's saying is that now that Visa and MasterCard are so big and consumers, really, they're not going to shop somewhere that's cash only. So he's saying it's a monopoly because you have no choice as a business but to accept them.
What do they do?
It's called the rails. They have the network that connects your card to the swipe to the machine. It goes through Visa. It goes through another company called a processor. Then it goes to the bank. And the bank says, okay, and this all happens very quickly. The bank says, yeah, there's enough money, approved. And then it goes back through those processes, through Visa, through to the terminal that's in the, if it's you're at a point of sale in the store and it says approved and the transaction's processed. That all happens within seconds is because Visa's sitting in the middle making that happen. But they also, during that, they pass along a lot of other information that says, hey, this merchant is suspicious. This transaction was keyed in rather than swiped. This transaction was swiped rather than using the chip. All of that stuff helps the bank decide when it gets to them or, somewhere in that process to say, this doesn't look right and to decline the transaction. So on top of, there's a lot of fraud controls in that process too. And this all happens within a second, right? So it's important and it makes everything faster. But merchants are not happy because they're paying 3% of their money.
Crypto's going to replace it.
Yep.
Crypto could.
Way safer. Blockchain.
Yeah. The difference is, I'll say this. So crypto, you could use crypto. It could save you money on those 3% fees. But what if you pay somebody and it's fraudulent? The money's gone.
Do you think you have enough knowledge about everything, though, to be able to scam people?
Sure.
A scammer?
Sure, yeah.
Scammer, bammer? You can?
I think a lot of people could.
Why? The government scams us every day. No, you don't. Just kidding, government. Don't come get me.
Don't come get me.
Don't come
Or
get
I
me.
feel like you're going to
Actually
test us
do.
by randomly sending us a text
This
and be
point.
like,
In this
hey, I'm going to
economy?
call you later for a code. Do you want a code?
Yeah.
And then you're going to try to see who falls for it.
Out of like 1,000 codes, I bet you get 50 people.
That's pretty good.
100%.
I caught my daughters watching ASMR videos. I was like, I don't know.
Azalea loves that.
It's weird, right? They do?
I love it, too.
It's kind of, yeah. It's
I
kind
like watching people eat. But then it
Really?
makes me really hungry.
I can see that.
It's $1.17
You
trillion.
brought a chart.
Don't bring that up again.
$1.17 trillion is what consumers now owe on your credit card networks. Do either of you know what the average interest rate is on your networks? Mr. Kirkpatrick?
Wait, how much?
Oh, Senator, we're not the bank.
So,
we don't set the interchange.
I know,
we don't
but
set
He's
the.
talking about the amount of debt that's owed and the interest rate, but Visa and MasterCard, they don't set the interest rate. They don't have the debt. It's the banks that actually own that debt, not Visa and MasterCard.
And do you know what it is? This is your business model.
We
Do you
don't.
know?
We don't collect
Do you know,
revenue
Mr.
from
Mr.
interest
Sheedy,
rates.
do you know?
I don't, Senator.
I mean, do either of you read the newspaper? Forbes magazine just estimated last week that the average credit card APR in your networks is 28.75%. Average. 29%, let's call it. 29%. It's nearly doubled in the last 4 years. That is astounding. Absolutely astounding.
been the
And you just
president?
testified a second ago that you've got more than
Last
50%
4 years.
profit margin.
So it's Biden's fault. That's what you're saying.
I don't know. It
That's-
just said 4 years, doubled.
4
in-
years? I mean,
Well,
it's 4
he is
years
a
is
Republican.
almost
He is a
up.
Republican, so yeah.
Is it fact though? I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with Republican.
But people are spending like
Democrat,
crazy.
Independent.
People are spending so much money.
It's people's fault.
This is credit card debt.
Yeah, because what else are they going to spend when they got no money? Because it's
So,
you know
David?
$20 to buy a
economy's
pack of ramen
crazy.
now.
I don't know where you shop.
You haven't seen that? $20, yeah. Mhm.
It's $20 for the big box.
Oh, the big box.
Yeah, the family pack.
Well, you got to clarify that.
Yeah.
Because
Pack
I'm
is
still
like
thinking little
there's like
packets.
20,
Because I'm like,
25
that's like
cents.
30
30
like 20
cents.
packs.
$20.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's more than usual. So, anyways,
Back on the ramen. Should we eat ramen? Go ahead.
That's what we have to eat now.
oh yeah, I
The
forgot.
economy
You
is
guys.
so unaffordable.
Well, $20 is a lot of money.
I know. We have to crack them in half.
Why is it so twisted?
You think it's twisted?
It's pretty
You
fun.
not?
I mean, I think that our economy is where it is because of debt and credit cards. Not talking about the bad things. Okay, yes, there's bad things about that. This is a problem, right? The trillion plus dollars of credit card debt. But at the same time, if we had no credit cards, then I don't think our economy would be as big as it is.
Why does there need to be debt?
Money's not even real though.
Oof,
Why can't
and
they
here
just
we
wipe
go.
it?
And why do the credit cards get mad at you when you try to pay off the debt?
Why do we have houses and homeless people? Empty houses. Homeless people on the streets. It's crazy. Everything just.
Why, David?
Yeah, David, tell us.
the president.
Biden.
I thought it was you.
Look.
He's getting nervous.
Look.
Are y'all tired of Senator Hawley?
No, we love him.
No.
We just want to know the real reason.
For the homelessness when we
Holly's
have all
doing
these empty
great.
houses. Yeah, I think we should all be forced to live in tiny homes and just be done with all these
You want to live
large.
that close to your.
I think that might be a problem. Never mind. I don't. I
And yet you're
yeah.
They can have their
testimony
own
here
tiny
today
home.
is you can't possibly survive if there's any competition. How can that be true? How can that be true? You've got debt like we've never seen before in American history. Your profit margins are as high or higher than they've ever been. You have 80% of the relevant market in the credit card interchange fees that we're talking about, and yet you couldn't survive if there's any competition? What am I missing? Hold on just a second. You've increased the swipe fees consistently in the last few years. You've raised them, even as your network has expanded, even as your profit margins have gone up. You've raised the swipe fees. And in terms of competition, you are paying competitors not to enter the market. The DOJ lawsuit says that you threaten retailers with staggering financial penalties. That's a quote, staggering financial penalties if they use a competitor, and you're paying Apple and Square and others not to compete in your market. You've got 80% market share, and you are paying off would-be competitors not to come into the market while you charge people like Mr. Callahan, who knows how much more than big entities like Walmart. I mean, this is just classic collusive monopoly behavior. And your testimony is you can't accept any more competition. I agree with one thing that my colleagues down the dais have said, which is that this is not a sustainable situation. It is not sustainable. This has to change. 1.17 trillion in debt, this has to change. And I'll just end with this, Mr. Chairman. I thought one of the best proposals that the President-elect Trump, made during his last campaign, his most recent campaign, was to cap the interest rates of credit cards. So we could do that. We could do this and that. I think it's a great idea. I don't know
Cap
why
interest
30%,
rates.
30% interest rates should be charged on debt like this. I don't understand it. And I don't understand why you won't accept the smallest modicum of competition when it comes to these retailer fees. And I'm just here to tell you, this will not stand. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Personally, if we really just dive into it, debt just doesn't make sense
Doesn't make sense.
at all. Like, really, when you start to think about it, why?
It's a financial tool.
Why can't there just be money, though? Or like, you know what I mean? Why does there have to be debt? Why can't everybody just be making enough to not have debt?
Yeah.
It's like, so what? Debt? So you owe all this money and you're just making payments. It's basically like just having the money.
Because
But
they
then it
want
makes
to
you in
control
this.
us.
It puts you in a state of fear. Like, oh my gosh, I have all this money I owe and I have to pay back. When you
They
really
don't
could
want us
just.
to be happy. That's what it comes down to.
But we're really the ones that are in power because we're the majority.
There's more of us than there is of them.
Way more. I feel like I keep rolling all around.
Well, I don't think the government,
Likes us.
I don't think that they're putting us in debt. I think we're putting ourselves in debt because we want more.
We're
We want to
self-harming.
spend it
More.
But why
though.
do we want more?
But like, what
to
is
keep
more?
up with everybody else.
Would
With
we want
what?
more? Like, aren't we influenced?
With what, the higher ups?
Yeah, with
I just read today that I don't know who it is, like the prince of something something. He has 7,000 cars worth $5 billion. Why should anybody have 7,000 cars when there's people with no cars?
Mm-hmm.
that's true.
And they're probably luxury cars that would just break down if you even tried to drive them.
Yeah, no speed bumps.
Yeah, it's like how
Yeah, I
much
know.
is Elon Musk worth? Like billions?
Is he the
Oh, he's
richest
the
man in the
richest
No,
world?
man.
he's not.
He-
He's not.
Well,
He's
they
trying
say
to get
he
to the
is.
trillion
He's
mark.
not the richest man in the world.
But
the
they say
richest
he
man
is.
in the world is not anyone we know. You know, the entities that run the world feed off of the fear of humans. Sounds
Like
crazy.
physically?
Oh my!
Yeah.
He's not even gonna be able to sleep. She's gonna be fine. She seems
I'm
to
gonna be
taking
fine.
it
I'm
in. He's
gonna
over
sleep like a
here
baby. This guy's gonna have nightmares
We-
tossing and turning between everything we're saying and Kamala entering his head.
Well, yeah. No, I am.
And then
I'm
his
just
wife-
surprised from 1 minute from talking about credit card interchange, we're talking about
Entities ruling the world.
entities ruling
Because
the
it all
world.
like why are
It
we?
ties into debt and
Why
why
are
they
we
want
in-
us in the lowest frequency possible. So do you believe that everything vibrates at a certain frequency? And there's higher frequencies and lower
I think that there
frequencies?
maybe. Yeah, I mean, I've never looked into it, but I guess everything has a frequency. Sure. Does debt have a frequency?
Low,
Low, very low.
Very low.
very low.
Oh, okay.
Low. Scary. It
See what we're
creates
saying,
fear.
though?
What about interchange? Does it have a frequency? It's very low.
What is the interchange? How much credit cards make?
Yeah.
Super low. Because what is going on there? It's evil.
They just want to bring down the frequency of the planet so they can stay in control.
Is this the lizards?
But
See, you know, yes, the reptilians.
There you
Okay.
go.
Do you need your tinfoil hat?
Yeah.
We'll make you one.
But
have
we're
tinfoil, for sure.
switching. We're switching.
Okay, good, because I wasn't ready to
Timelines.
purchase it with my credit card just yet.
No. I have some
Okay.
aluminum.
Yeah,
We're switching timelines, and all
that's
this
why all of
evil,
them are going
dark,
down.
Mhm.
weird stuff, credit card bullshit,
Especially the credit cards. Mhm.
getting wiped.
Oh, and we're all getting an inheritance. So
Their time's
XRP.
up.
I need to go get that XRP. You
Well,
can't.
XRP, but on top of that, you're getting your rightful from your birth certificate money that
They owe
has
you.
been stolen. And your ancestors too. Yeah.
Fast forward 10 years, he's gonna be like, "Holy shit,
They were right.
they were right."
They were right.
It's like they were right about Bitcoin. Should have listened.
No, but he's definitely gonna.
He's
But Trump is fixing it.
Trump's in cahoots with the Galactic
Federation.
Federation.
I didn't realize there was.
The
The
Galactic
Galactic
Federation.
Federation.
Is that Space Force?
The
Pretty
aliens.
much, yeah, kind of, yeah.
It's
Oh,
bigger.
not Space Force. No, not like humans. No.
Aliens.
like Battlestar Galactica.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
think there's more species out there? Or do you think it's just us?
Oh no, no. I think there's definitely, yeah. But have they visited the Earth? That's a question. I don't know.
You know, they tried to hold hearings about UFOs existing, and like people didn't care as much because they're like, yeah, rent's still high. What is this gonna do?
Exactly what we're saying. They try to keep you in such a low frequency with all this worry and fear that they pump into you
That's
that
why
you can't even care about
work
things
your
that you
whole
should.
life away.
Mhm.
Come home, go to sleep, wake up, do the same thing. What's the definition of insanity?
20 hours max. New world.
Debt does keep you working. Debt does keeps you in the system.
Keeps you in the matrix. The rabbit. Or
What
the, what do they call it? Hamster wheel.
Well, so credit and good credit and building credit was a topic that I was going to bring up, but
Terrible credit. Killed it.
My credit's screwed.
Used to have great
Actually,
credit.
it improved like 27 points.
do you monitor it?
I had to freeze my credit.
I like look
Yeah.
at it sometimes.
Oh, that was because
Why do-
when I was job hunting, there was a scammer that was coming after me, and the worst part was the scammer presented itself like a real job opportunity and already made me
Fine.
fill out a W-2, so I knew my Social Security
Oh
was
my
on
goodness,
there.
really?
So I had to go freeze my credit so that my Social Security couldn't be used or stolen. And then my dad was in support. I told him about it, and he just goes, "Oh, bummer." I'm like, bummer is when you like get your coffee order wrong. But
Yeah.
bummer is just not. Oh, I'm getting my identity stolen.
You want to steal my identity? Go for it.
You can't steal mine because my credit's so bad.
Yeah, what are you gonna steal? Good luck. Have fun.
Besides
You'll probably make it better
$50
if
of
anything.
Target credit. Other
No,
than that,
exactly. No,
Not
but I
even
get
on your identity.
notifications on the credit report or whatever that there's like dark web.
Wait, really?
Basically,
Oh, like
people
your
try-
Social Security's out there and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You do?
yeah, yeah.
What am I gonna do?
Freeze your credit like she did. If somebody tries to apply for a credit card in your name with your Social Security number, then the credit bureau won't let them until you unlock it.
I'm not getting approved for any credit cards.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. No, yeah.
There's the plus side of
having
having terrible credit.
credit.
So, like, take it. Go ahead. Go
Try
for
it.
it. Good luck.
Not gonna work, but
Credit's
You
got to
can
go.
Credit can be rebuilt.
Credit's
No, it
got to
can't.
go.
it's already
gotta
improved
be outed
27
too.
points.
You can't get an apartment when you have bad credit.
Can't get shit.
You can't get anything. They're not
What do you
lying
think
about
about
that
fake
stuff.
pay stubs?
what do you think about those
Fake
car
pay stub.
dealerships that are just like, we don't care if your credit is bad, we'll take you in.
Oh, no, we went there.
We tried.
No, don't go there. He
So
was
rude.
very scary. And then he started talking. We just went to this one
Talking
place.
about his baby mama.
Yeah, because we said we said she gets child support, and he said
My baby mama tried to take me.
all my money.
Oh
My
She
baby
said I-
mamas are just gold diggers. What are you talking about?
No, that's basically he got so. We're like, listen.
So
He
deep
said that
with
doesn't
it,
count. And we're
we're
like, actually, yeah, it does count.
It does count as income, actually.
Yeah, and I don't know. Oh, he said no. He said
Well, it doesn't count for him.
Correct.
child support is for the child. 'Cause
Like,
the child
babe-
doesn't need a car to be transported in.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
to
know,
take
yo-
care of the child.
Your ass ain't doing nothing clearly because you're so offended by what
So
we just
pressed.
said.
Yeah, child support, it's optional. You don't have to. Alimony, child support, anything like that can be used if you want
Exactly.
to. You don't have to. But like, if you make an income, part of that goes to the child anyway. So what he's, I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
And
Yes.
9 times out of 10, mom's doing everything anyway. Unless they have a unicorn like David, and then it's just like whatever. But
I'm special, you know. Special.
that's what I'm saying. It's like there's a lot of single moms out here doing
A lot of single moms out here.
out here in these streets.
Can we get a tax? Like, can we get some like government funding, some credit card for single moms?
Do you think that single moms should have a special bank account? Is there anything that you would?
I think single moms should have a lot of things.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I don't have kids, just to clarify. Nobody got me pregnant, so I feel
Aren't
so
you
out of this
just
conversation.
lucky?
Yet.
It's a lucky girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
This
Takes
feels like
my
a
wallet.
threat.
Oh, yeah, see,
when
no.
you look at me, you're
Mr.
like,
Take
well,
my
not yet,
Chardonnay."
but soon. Like,
He's trying to lick you up
Chardonnay.
next time you come back.
Just grape juice.
You probably like those.
I maybe if it's like sugary enough. I don't know.
Are you Moscato?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Just make yourself like it.
like
Make
Make myself
Yeah.
make myself drink it and be like, you gotta like this. You gotta like this.
yeah,
yeah, just don't think about it. If you try it enough times,
you'll like it, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I like the taste instead of just the sugar. And then you're gonna be
Come
the
back with a
connoisseur.
new addiction. And it'll just be
Oh.
like, you guys.
No, I did that.
I did that. The wine addiction.
Huh?
Anyways, getting off track here.
The
Got
call
off
to you. Wipe credit.
We need to get.
We gotta
need to
get
Trump on the
gotta get rid
podcast.
of it.
Yeah. You know what? You guys, if you can
No,
get
you
Trump on
don't.
here,
He voted for.
No, that's okay.
He's not gonna. He's gonna be like.
no, I
No, he's gonna be like, "Wow, Trump, I love you so much. Sorry,
No,
I voted
Trump's
for that
gonna
rat."
be
yeah,
back.
yeah. These guys, they hate you, and I was defending you the whole time.
Just throwing women under the bus. Wow.
Oh, something in common
Misogynist.
So sorry.
With who?
with Trump.
Really?
That's what people would say. Throwing
Not
him
my
under the
Trump.
bus. Grab him by the
He did. Yeah, he did admit that. And he still won.
He still won.
Sometimes that needs to happen.
Have I mentioned interchange? All right. I think that's it. Guys,
All right.
this has been fun. This has been a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys coming out.
Fuck off.
Yeah.